Podcast.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Yall Wild Podcast. My name is Adam. Today I'm here with
Nyny.
And brice3000.
Let's get into it.
First, I just want to say we just tried to record and the power went out. We're going through like a really crazy storm. But I mean, other than that, how are y'all doing?
I'm alright, a little tired. Tired.
Peter.
Tired, but that's about it.
Yeah, I feel that too.
I'm doing all right.
So what's been happening in the news? Any wild news?
Justin Bieber got dreads.
And how do y'all feel about that?
I mean, it's alright, you know. It is what it is, but yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, do you think it's appropriation?
There's like so many different perspectives on it, and it's like some people say that it's appropriation. Some people say that black people don't own hairstyles, so like we can't be like, y'all can't wear this shit. And some people are like, but like it's an extension of like who we are as people, like it's part of our culture. So it's like if you don't understand, then you shouldn't do it. And some people just don't give a fuck. So I don't know where I stand on it.
Me neither. I feel like as a white person, I'm not gonna say you can't, but at the same time, I'm gonna let you know like it doesn't look good. Like I haven't seen one white person with dreads and like okay, they look good.
Yeah, it's like not that you can't, but like should you?
Yeah, but some people like Lil Durk's some of the best dreads in the game. You know what I mean? Like, but I've never been like, oh, that white dude or white girl has good dreads.
Yeah, it's also like dreads have become like such a like popular thing in the black community, but like it might not always have like the same meaning to certain people that it does to others.
Yeah, shout out to all my Rastafarians out there. Also, did y'all see that Apple plans to invest over $1 billion in North Carolina? They're gonna be building like a campus and like a whole like thing out there.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's pretty big. You know what I mean? North Carolina's really like on the map. You know what I mean? Like we're a major force
Coming up.
Yeah.
More than a few people in Raleigh are pissed because it's gonna shoot real estate prices up. I feel like I'd be pissed too.
I didn't think about that. I really didn't think about that.
Cause like living is already so expensive, and now it's gonna be more expensive for people to make 187 million. I mean, thousand.
But I feel like they could have brought it somewhere smaller, like a smaller location. You know what I mean? Like it didn't have to be Raleigh. It could have been Winston-Salem.
But would that have been a good thing, or would that have been a bad thing? Like, then Winston-Salem would blow up and like become gentrified.
That's true.
Hella.
That is true. But I mean, it's just cool that Apple like it's like, oh, North Carolina's a great spot. We have so many great artists. You know, J. Cole, DaBaby. You know, all these like the dancer people like that Jackson guy. He's from Charlotte. That made
Tough. Like what was his name?
Who?
That guy. Oh fuck. Let me find it.
Fox 46 Nick. You know what I'm saying? Cole.
That dancer dude, that Jackson dude,
yeah.
He really said fuck college because he went to Chapel Hill. You want to see Chapel Hill? He was like, fuck school.
As he should. But I mean, we have a lot of like really big people in North Carolina. Also, it's so crazy. Our Wi-Fi is out, so we can't add any we can't look anything up. So this is really gonna be a wild episode.
Yeah.
The OTE is like kind of fucked right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cellular is.
Maybe it hit lightning struck. That's what happened, I think.
Yeah, like
delay reaction.
I missed our LED lights. If y'all are watching this on YouTube, but also Burning Man is canceled. I don't know about y'all, but I always wanted to go to Burning Man. I'm definitely gonna go there one year.
I feel like I would die. Somehow, some way.
But I mean, it's something really barbaric and cool about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you just dancing with the fire. You know what I mean? Mushrooms.
Yeah. I think like that might be like the perfect atmosphere to do something like mushrooms.
I don't know, maybe, but what if you like freak out? There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on.
Imagine you start tripping out and you look up and there's some big ass fucking statue on fire. I wouldn't be able to.
I feel like the problem for me at least. I think the problem with freaking out, I would rather do it somewhere like that rather than like this enclosed environment. Because like, what if I'm just running down the street, like tripping?
So you rather run in the desert where nobody can help you? Well, I guess they can't help.
Because like,
what if you get dehydrated?
I think like the problem I'm scared of like.
To you.
Yeah. We all know that you get dehydrated.
Yeah.
When you was pregnant.
I wasn't pregnant. I was just dehydrated. Y'all should go back and listen to
episode 6, I think.
Or 5.
Or 5. One of them.
If you want to know why I was dehydrated.
Shout out to everyone listening.
I think it's funny is that guy waited all day to throw out his trash, But right when it started storming, he was like, "This is a perfect time to get my trash."
Yeah, I would have been like, no.
But that was so weird.
I would have put it by the door. Some dude just ran out in the rain to throw away his trash, and it was raining.
It was really rough.
Oh, somebody's talking outside. And I can hear it on the mics.
Can you actually?
Yeah, a little bit.
You want to go yell at him, bro?
No,
actually,
it's okay.
you gotta go yell because they'll kick
We
my
just
whole
met one of our
floor.
neighbors. He's super cool.
Dude, when I came downstairs and I saw the doors open, I was like, "Is Brian here?" And I saw him, I was like, "That is not Brian."
Oh, it was close.
Close, yeah. A
Yeah.
little bit cooler than Brian.
Did y'all see the Billie Eilish British Vogue cover?
I did. I fuck with it. I
do
fuck with
too.
the look.
I like the blonde. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how young she is. You know, because she's 18, but like she seems so much more mature. I also didn't know she had that tattoo. That's pretty cool.
It makes me feel old, like
Right?
as fuck, and like
What
the
are
fuck
you
am I
doing
doing
with your life?
Exactly. What am I doing with my life? Why am I so delayed?
Exactly.
Something wrong with me?
You can't sing.
You're right. It's
Or
crazy.
can you? Or can you?
Go on, baby girl, start singing right now.
I think if I had vocal training, I could. It's kind of weird. Okay, I'm gonna say this. It's like this thing where I'm like singing and I can't tell if like this is what my singing voice is supposed to sound like, or if I'm like, cause sometimes I'm singing and it's like my talking voice kind of, but like with a melody like type thing, and then sometimes it's really high pitched, so I'm like, maybe this is how I'm supposed to sing, and then sometimes it's really low, so I don't know how to sing.
I'll be in the car when Leave the Door Open with Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars. Yo, I don't know if I am on the outside, but on the inside when I be singing, I'm hitting every note.
When you get a good song going that you like and you're singing to it, bro, you feel like you have to feel like you're some.
I think I'm hitting the notes, but I don't know.
Absolutely. It's.
Yeah.
I think it's everybody does that.
I agree.
Like
But-
you think you fucking it up, but you're not.
I'm a day one Billie Eilish fan. My dad loves Billie Eilish. You know, since 2017. Shout out to Billie.
Well, why am I yelling so
We gotta
much?
get her on the podcast one day.
I think that's good.
It can happen.
It's crazy that people start like they become famous so early, so young,
It is crazy. How does that affect a
and
person?
then it's like, what if you fall off? That's like super scary.
We can talk about it.
That's kind of crazy.
I also you tell us the next thing.
If you're talking to me, I can't see it. So
Oh,
you
my
got to
bad.
read it.
All right, so Nairobi saw that a woman was arrested after refusing to return $1.2 million that was put in her bank account by accident.
By the bank.
By the bank.
Imagine that. Y'all returning it.
No, they would have to repossess everything I own because I would have spent it because I knew it wasn't mine.
What if you looking at a substantial amount of jail time?
Like
at least 10 years.
$1.2 million, you can go the fuck wherever
I'm
you want.
gonna be like, sir, I went on the Bitcoin website and just said, let me put as much money as I can. And I just hit a button. I didn't know it was that much in there. And he'd be like, sir, you have 100 Bitcoins. And I'm gonna be like, you can have them back. But what are they like,
If
we
you
can't
guess the
take that.
password.
I'm like, sir, I don't know what happened.
I feel like she shouldn't be in trouble for the bank's mistake. Although she did transfer the money, who the fuck wouldn't if they saw $1.2 million in their bank account?
I would have to take out the 0.2 and be like, sir, here's $1 million. I don't know what happened to that 0.2.
Hey,
No one believes
that's
this. I spent
$200,000.
that. They're like, sir, where's your $1.2 million? Like, oh, this is crazy.
If I see
I spent
$1.2 million in my bank account, I'm immediately faking my own death.
I would do that too.
Somehow, some way.
Somebody's here.
Not
It's Brian
I was about to say my
Martinez.
whole government name.
Yeah, I was upstairs taking a shit
up?
and it went out.
What's good?
A big interruption.
Oh
A very big interruption.
So many people.
Yeah, you want to stay here?
Nah.
But I was like, if I had the 1.2, I would give them back 100,000. And they'd be like, this isn't enough. I'm gonna be like,
I
Make
give
it
them back
enough.
half.
I'm gonna be like, make it enough.
Y'all can have 60. Sir, we're trying to do something professional here.
Let's go with you.
Is it coming up? Rose, when he did
But,
that?
huh?
Did it make them?
No, y'all can hear it.
It's very loud because I hear it too.
1.2 million. 1.2 million, y'all never gonna see me again.
Y'all get 60. I mean 600.
You would give me 600?
No, I would give them
If I
600,000
got
back.
1.2, I'm breaking all y'all off a piece because I'm not doing all the jail time. And then I'm gonna snitch and say what y'all did.
Nah, I'm a wire that bitch across the sea. That's all you gotta do. Wire the money. They can't find it. If you can't trace it, how they gonna say you took it?
I'm be like, sir, I don't know where that money is, and they gonna be like, well, why do you have 16 different check cashing places that you opened this morning?
We checked your Cash App. You got a bunch of fucking money.
Ooh, put it on Cash App.
Did Bryce tell you the story?
No, I didn't. Oh no, I told them. Yeah.
Oh, you want to see my new Cash App card?
No. I have a DoorDash card.
I have a wallet. Like
Really?
It's not really a men's. Well, it's
Summer
just
does.
a champion wallet, and I really fuck with it.
Well, dude, don't fucking...
Cause I feel like,
Bro, you
side
fucking-
note,
Bro.
I feel like it's really inconvenient that women have to carry purses
Really?
or these big ass, bulky ass wallets,
My
and
mom-
y'all. It's just unfair.
My mom is a purse lady. Like, she loves her purses. She has 100 different purses. But also, sometimes it can be nice because I can't really have nothing on my shoulder. But I got a lot of stuff in my pockets. I don't like stuff in my pockets. So it can be, I feel like sometimes it's like, okay. Like, Summer doesn't have a purse. And I feel like most girls nowadays, or at least a lot of them, don't have purses. You know what I
I
mean?
feel like the feminine ones definitely carry purses, and I'm just not a feminine lady.
But how many of our
That's
friends
right.
have you seen carry a purse?
How many feminine friends do we really have?
She has a point right there.
Wait, I have a few. And I still, like, on
Purses?
campus, I never
But
seen
on
them.
campus, it's a little different because you have a backpack.
I remember
book bag.
it was some girls in high school that had purses.
Female
Yeah.
friends or persons? Right?
Feminine ones,
Which
though.
Which
Yeah.
you got a few of?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, okay.
But I definitely hate purses. But whatever we're talking about, we can go back to it.
I have an appreciation for purses. But, okay, so at this point in the podcast, I know it's a little early, but I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for Anchor for sponsoring us. We love creating content. We love to create content at an even higher level. Shout out to our Patreon at Yall Wild Podcast. Shout out to Daniel for being a part of that
Poopy Single Farm.
on Patreon. He's part of the Very Wild Gang.
Yes, sir.
We have 4 different tiers, so make sure you go look at that. You know, give to us monthly.
Why do you say it like that? Give to us monthly.
Because that's you sign up for a subscription, and there's a lot of different perks. You should check that out. And thank you for Anchor. I have a quick ad for Anchor, and now we're back to the show. So y'all therapists, we have actually probably the deepest question I think I've ever seen.
Oh,
Get into it.
Adam, read it for us.
I occasionally will spiral. I will have a spiral of thoughts surrounding dying. Thinking about how one day we'll be closing our eyes for the last time. What happens after we die? How do I accept that this is just a part of life and deter these anxious, depressive thoughts? I also want y'all to know, for deter, Bryce pronounced it as Dieter.
I was like, Dieter.
What's your favorite baseball player? Dieter.
I think that's a crazy question.
But yeah.
I think that's such a crazy question. We might not even do any other questions and just have that as the y'all deep. But that's a deep question.
I think, when it comes to that type of stuff, you just gotta accept that maybe when you go on, maybe everybody will be there. Maybe you know. You know what I mean? I always think of it like that.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, you want to think that, but sometimes I'm like, okay.
I mean, I used to freak out, like, when I was younger about that stuff, because I was like, I just didn't want my parents to die. It's the worst thing to not, whenever you see that your parents are getting older, it kills you, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that. When I saw I was getting older, I said, wait a minute.
Wow, you ain't shit.
No, that's something, but like, think about yourself too. Like, that's
But I feel like we
crazy.
have like so much more life to live. Although we don't know when we're gonna die. Like, just assuming like we live to like at least the life expectancy, we still young as fuck.
I feel like these 21 years went by fast. So I'm like, another 21, it's going to go by even
That's
faster.
crazy you say that because I was telling my mom that it seems like time is going by faster and faster. And she was like, it only gets faster as you get older, which is scary as fuck.
Exactly.
Because like in a blink of an eye, I'm 21. What the fuck? Who would have thought?
Bryce and I talked about this last night. We were driving around, and I was like, bro, isn't it crazy? Like, we're so old. And he was like, bro, it's insane that we're so old. And I was like, bro, I'm really turning 22 this year. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
He's going to be 22 in a few months. You just turned 18. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, it just feels so odd. Like, I literally feel like I just graduated from high school.
What is cool, though, is, like, as we're growing, I feel like we have so many stories. And so many stories that I didn't appreciate when it happened. I was like, oh, that's just some normal shit. But now thinking back, I was like, wow, we did do that. And that was crazy. You know what I mean?
We do have some crazy stories. Like crazy as fuck.
Like that Uber.
Like we like could have died. Like some shit could have happened to us
multiple times.
You know, I said that blew Bryce's brain yesterday. I was like, you know how crazy it is that you and I became best friends because the computer randomly like put us together as roommates.
I mean, that's not even.
I wouldn't have met any of y'all.
When he said that, I was like, yeah, because we DM'd each other. But no, he was talking about the computer that like made us be roommates.
Yeah.
And like now we're doing this, and like we wouldn't be here doing this.
Like, I wouldn't have known y'all.
If the computer randomly hadn't put us together. You know what I mean?
Was it random or was it fate?
Exactly. Now we're getting to some deep questions.
It's like things when you think about things, like you can get deep about some shit. Like that's really crazy.
I have this really weird theory on like is everything's like duality, like nothing matters at all, but then that means also that everything matters. So it's like I feel like stuff can like exist in both spaces. But I mean to answer that question, I feel like I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I feel like ever since like my 20th birthday or maybe 21st, and like how do you cope with that? It's kind of I feel like it varies. You know what I mean? Like you kind of gotta like live in this moment, you know. I feel like that's why it's so important to like have like good experiences.
That's why I said like that one time y'all like were so proud of me because I said something like really deep.
Yeah.
Like you literally just have to take the time and enjoy what you got.
Exactly, and that can be hard sometimes
because you don't know when you're in the good days until you're past them. You know what I mean? Like you don't know like when you just like you always know like man I miss the old good days. You know what I mean? But you don't know that you're in those.
You never do.
I've heard like some people like that are famous like that were like wishing that they would get to a certain place and then like they're finally at that place and now they're having to take a step back and like really live in the moment because like they've worked so hard to be there and like the moment's gonna pass them by if they don't like take that moment to like live it.
And they're celebrities, so they have a lot of moments to live. But even on a smaller level like us, we've worked hard to get here. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean like we had to grind, but just like living life, I feel like it's hard and overcoming circumstances that like were sometimes they were like really big circumstances and like we don't realize how big they were and we got through that. You know, like we're really like in our 20s. You know what I mean?
Do you think like that the idea of dying as like something kind of scary because you don't know what's gonna happen will get easier the older you get?
I heard that. Yeah, like at a certain age, you just don't really care if you die or not.
And I feel like when you get older, it's like you be tired.
Do you think it's like when you've lived a full life? Like right now, it's like such a scary thought because we haven't really lived our life. Like we haven't done everything we want to do.
I always think of it as like younger people are always so scared of dying, right? Older people aren't because older people have done their time. You know what I mean? They've done everything they want to do in life. We still have so much shit we gotta do. Like we gotta worry about school, like in the future, shit like that. You know what I mean? Old people are done and gone with that stuff. They're ready to go. They completed their mission. Now they want to go home.
It's really interesting because I remember being younger and being like, oh my god, I can't wait till I get to college. I can't wait till I can like get my driver's license.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have a house. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, please, if I could like slow any of this down, I would, because like it's coming so fast. And it's like, okay, when my parents were like, oh, like slow down, you don't need to do all this right now. I was like, no, I want all this right now. And now I'm like, yeah, let's back it up a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Brian okay over there?
But I mean, it's definitely crazy.
What if when we die, you know how like there's so many universes in the galaxy, whatever the fuck in the universe. Like what if what if we just die and go to another one? Like what if that's the cycle? Like it's an endless cycle of just dying and being reborn on different planets as different
What if
entities.
you're like an animal?
I'd be okay with that.
A
dog.
A dog?
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say.
I want to be a tree.
Interesting.
It's not an animal.
Oh yeah, well, it can be.
It's living.
It's gonna be you with.
But I mean, that's really crazy. I watched this video and they're like, you don't realize that you're gonna die until you're 10 years old. Like that's when developmentally you're like, oh,
fuck Brian
life isn't forever. But up until 10, you never really think about it.
That's why like little kids do dumb shit, like damn near kill themselves doing dumb shit.
Yeah. Or even when we were younger, I feel like it was a lot of dumb shit we did freshman year.
Oh,
yeah.
It's like
not thinking about it. Like me knowing me, like I can't believe that I wasn't like, why would we do this?
Some of these stories we're gonna have to tell on our Patreon because some of them are wild. Like the Uber story.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
You know what's crazy is
we could have got DMX.
Dangerous.
I got a Snapchat
Absolutely.
from a while ago. It's like it was from freshman year when you legally purchased alcohol, and we had it in the dorm. And it's so funny because y'all were legally drunk. And I have a video of like you're over there dancing with Connor, and Nairobi's just like I turned the camera towards Nairobi, and she's like, "Why is he like this?" And then they really turn away and just start staring at the TV that wasn't even on. And I was like,
"We had some good times."
Fuck.
I mean, this question is so deep. Like this is really, and sometimes I do get anxiety.
I feel like we need to answer.
Yeah, I'm definitely scared.
I think,
I
always think of it as sorry. What?
No, you got it.
I always think of it as one day everybody's gonna die. So you just gotta accept the fact that it's gonna happen and pray for the best. That whenever.
Are we getting to a point in society like technology, like where everyone it's not like you could just like buy some shit? You know what I mean?
That's always been like that.
No, but you could like buy some shit to make you live longer. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, bro.
Like we're getting to that
look
point.
At the fucking Queen of England, bro. It's been alive forever, and I'm still trying to hit.
I remember being 10 years old, and this is like when I realized that I was going to die. I was looking at a $5 bill, and it was Abraham Lincoln on it, and I was like, "Damn, that nigga's dead." And I was like, "Wait a minute!" that was the moment.
I don't think Abraham Lincoln's on the $5 bill. Isn't he on the penny?
And you don't. You did that in school,
bro. I got $5 right here.
Who's on the $5 bill then? It's not Obama.
It's not Lincoln.
We're about to find out. I have no idea.
You don't know who's on the $5 bill? I
don't know who on none of the bills. They are all on the bills to me.
The $5 bill? Thomas Jefferson? Right?
Come on now.
Joke's on you idiots. It's the White House. That's not It was
exactly.
Let me see it.
That's crazy.
Did you know if you fold it in half and like fold it together,
9/11?
It's the 9/11 building.
Hey, shout out to Bush.
The Twin Towers collapsing.
Oh my God! I saw this theory the other night. Right? It's like a World Trade Center survivor. That's cool. A World Trade Center survivor met with Obama, like when he was in presidency, and she was like she asked him to investigate the 9/11 attacks, right? To see if there's like anything happening inside, and then Obama was like, "I'll do that," and then he gave her plane tickets, and she died on that plane.
No,
literally, no joke.
It was Spirit Airlines.
Probably.
I don't know. That's such a deep question. Shout out to whoever had that question.
I know who it was.
What happens after we die?
I think after we die, we just move on to the next one. You know what I mean?
Hey, by the way, heaven is purple.
Because like the thought, I think what's scary is the thought of like death being like the absolute end. Like there's nothing after it. Like you just die and that's it. Like what was the purpose of living? What's the purpose of living?
To live.
But like we're just gonna die and like that's it.
But think about this. I was watching this guru. His name's Saw Guru. He's pretty popular on YouTube, right? And he was like, everyone's like scared of like. I don't know how to explain it, but he was like you only know you're living because you can touch stuff, and that you don't have to be like afraid of dying because after like you die, it's like your soul and you can't touch stuff, so you also can't feel pain. So he was like, I don't know, it was like really transformative. It was like an hour long. He was on Impulsive, and it was like really good.
What if we're all wrong and it's like horrible?
Did you know there's certain colors that?
Or what if like people? Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what if like people that like suffered while they were living like go on to like die and like not suffer, and then people that didn't suffer go on to die and then suffer?
What if you could just choose? You know what I mean? I kind of feel like that. Like I'm gonna go to heaven, and whatever I think heaven is, that's where I'm gonna go to. And like people that are atheists and like don't believe in anything, it's like they're nothing because that's what like you just create your whatever you want.
Interesting.
Did you guys know that there are certain like colors that the humans can't see? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, wouldn't that be kind of like it's a crazy thought? Cause like, what if what we're seeing right now is actually just like a different color, but our brain is.
There's certain colors that you can't see. Adam is colorblind.
Brian, you want to step in for me? I'm about to head home.
I don't know. That's such a deep question.
Fuck this shit.
That's the only question that nobody can answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, wait, Brian, do you have an answer to that?
How do you accept it?
Do you have an answer to our question?
How do you accept it?
Yeah.
I really do think it just comes with age. Like one day you're just gonna be like, well, fuck, I'm gonna just die. So like, it's no need for me to dwell on it if I can't change it.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, so the question was.
We're just talking about like death and like coping with death and like knowing we're gonna die.
I guess when you realize that everybody's gonna die, it makes it a whole lot better. But back to your point, like the first time you find out that you can die, I fucking broke down in tears for like a week.
It's crazy.
I was in middle school, bro, and I was like, what the fuck? We all gonna die? But then eventually, you know, like, you realize, oh shit, we're all gonna die. It's like,
yeah, I guess so.
Nobody really knows what happens when you die because nobody's ever came back and told us, hey, I died and this is what happened. So.
I feel like it's interesting what you said about like it comes like growing, but I feel like I'm more anxious about it now than I was 2 years ago.
But like, I mean, like
In long
later, like I think like after you live like a life that you feel like is a decent amount of time to live. Like nobody really wants to die, but like once you get to a certain age, it's like okay,
I want to die.
I'm gonna die.
I don't. That's my worst fear.
Really?
Yeah. How would you guys want to die?
I would want to die in my sleep because then I wouldn't see it.
No, I gotta see it.
No, I couldn't see it.
It's painless as possible.
No, I definitely
feel
want
like
it to be painless.
If you're sick, I feel like you know when you're gonna die.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
but like,
but I'm afraid of dying in my sleep. You know what I mean?
why though?
Because it's like that's it. You know what I mean? I gotta be able to be like, hey, you know,
I gotta be able to let go. Like
you remember
maybe
that,
like
The first time I heard a kidney stone, I honestly thought I was gonna die. Like I was sitting in the car crying. I was like, Dad, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna die soon. And he was like, Adam, you're not gonna die. And I'm like freaking the fuck out, bro. In the back of the car, oh my lord, I was screaming. It was just yesterday.
It's been several times I thought I was gonna die.
I was gonna ask, have you ever had like a near-death experience?
Well, me and Nairobi ate something one time, and I ate way too much, and I was actually convinced that I was like dying. Like I was convinced.
He was so convincing that he convinced me that he was gonna die.
I mean, I was
like
absolutely
damn near was gonna call 911.
I was convinced.
We can't legally.
I was like actually convinced, but like when it was over, it was like kind of like beautiful. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate stuff a lot more. But in that moment, I was like, this is it. You know what I mean?
But
yeah.
So, like my thought is, what's more scary, like knowing that everything just goes black, you know, nothing happens, or is like if there is a heaven and hell, what if you had to go into hell?
I'm not.
What's more scary?
I'm not going to hell. I don't believe in hell, so.
I mean, but you believe in heaven?
Yeah, but
Why
it's
don't you
like
believe in hell?
it don't make sense to me.
How so?
Cause I mean,
like I'm pretty sure you know you're a shitty person.
me,
No,
I'm great.
Not you, like.
Yeah, but I mean, some people are shitty by circumstance. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
But also, I feel like heaven isn't like we're not gonna be in robes and stuff like that. I feel like it'd be different. You know what I mean? Maybe we're just connected to like an energy or something. But I don't believe that anybody's gonna like.
If heaven exists, you think they'd be like fucking up there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You gotta be married first. You gotta be married.
Absolutely. I think it's all. I feel like it's just like super ordinary.
We should talk about that one.
What?
Having sex before marriage, or should you wait till marriage?
Everybody does.
Get deep.
Everybody.
Some people.
Not everybody.
I had a guy I was in band with, and he waited till marriage, and they're like getting married, and they might already be married by now. And I was like, that's so crazy.
See, I was
about
gonna
that.
say, I went to high school with a guy who was like, he wouldn't even drink, and like I think him and his girlfriend would only like kiss or something like that. Like they wouldn't do nothing.
I remember being in high school where I was like, I'm never gonna drink and I'm never gonna smoke. You know what I mean? And that just so is like, wow, that's what I really thought. You know what I mean? Like we would go places, I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't drink alcohol until like the first time I drank alcohol was the night before I moved in for banking the freshman year of college. So I didn't, like drink like with my friends. So I mean, I kind of actually made the college without drinking.
It's really crazy.
It's really interesting how age and like different things like change us.
That's why I think the older we get, the more accepted, or like the more death would be an okay thought for us. Like the way your perspective changes on the world, your perspective will change on death.
I think when you get to a certain point in life, it's like, all right, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Cause I feel like, cause my aunt, whenever she was like dying, you can tell she was like, get me the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And I think you're like, after you've been here for so long, you're like, all right,
But what if you're not in pain?
I'm gonna head out.
You know,
You ever wake up dead?
like, hey, that's.
How,
I'm so
how
scared of waking
How
up.
you gonna wake up dead?
I'm
if you
so
already
scared
dead?
of waking up dead.
You don't get that reference.
No, I get it.
Thank you.
No, I am. I definitely want to see it. I definitely be like, okay, I'll see y'all later.
What do you think of like what do you think of like you deciding to like kill yourself? Like how is it called? Like they medically do it?
Medically, I wouldn't do
Do
it.
suicide or something.
But should people be allowed to do it? Maybe. You know what I mean?
I think so.
I think absolutely. Like, to an extent, though.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have a terminal illness, you should be absolutely be able to die on your own terms. However, if you have like a mental illness, I think you should be able to get treatment rather than be like, oh, I want to die. There you go. That's my opinion on it.
I feel like it's tricky, but I feel like we definitely, like, you know, we're a free country.
When I was like 12, I read an article on this lady who had a terminal illness, and she committed suicide essentially with her family there, and it made me cry. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I didn't know people did that.
Bro, if I
It's
had
like
a
12.
terminal illness, I had a certain amount of like time left to live, I'd be fucking everybody, bro.
Oh my god, I'll be in Vegas right now.
Bro, I would be fucking hookers. I'd be doing everything because I know I'm gonna die. What's AIDS gonna do to me? Nothing.
I go to the Amazon, try to find a cure. I'm not dying. Fuck that.
Interesting.
I think no, but that's just such a crazy
I'm
question.
like a champ, bro. I just die.
That's a great question.
Yeah. Might
But
maybe out to at least 100.
hey, going out
100.
with a bang.
But
Bryce and I have this plan for my funeral. If I die early, that he is gonna, for my funeral, he's gonna sing Country Roads with like a church choir and stuff like that, and he's gonna do a kickflip off my casket with a skateboard, and then they're gonna launch my body out of a cannon.
That song is gonna trigger me at your funeral, and I think I'm gonna be mad as fuck.
Oh my goodness!
Bryce, here, you go ahead and start singing. I just want to get like
Country road. I don't want to get. How does YouTube work? Cause you know, they don't play by that.
They don't.
copyright you, bro.
They don't play by that. But okay, let's move on to another question. Y'all therapists. Our next question is, how do you stop an addiction? I think that's really interesting because like it depends on what type of addiction. Because if you have like a serious drug addiction, you know, you can't just shake it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't. Like that, you gotta go through a process.
Are y'all addicted to anything?
Absolutely.
Like what?
life.
Beating my meat.
Chasing.
Are you really though?
I don't. Maybe I don't think I am. But it's certain stuff like
I'm addicted to my homies.
like you could be addicted to caffeine. Like I'm definitely addicted to Bang energy drinks. You know what I mean? Like addicted to sugar. Addicted to I was addicted to TikTok and social media.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm addicted.
Addicted to. I feel like I was addicted to like any form of instant gratification for a while, and that's still, you know, I'm still dealing with that.
Very interesting.
I agree. You are kind of addicted to those things. You know, I'm not.
What are you addicted to, Adam?
I'm
Anything
not-
you want to confess?
I'm not addicted to anything.
Anything at all? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Well,
So me and Adam have both.
I'm addicted
We're both addicted to something. What are you addicted to?
I don't think I'm addicted to anything. Like not for real.
Shit.
bitch,
what am I
we seen your
addicted to?
straps. You
You
addicted
tell
to
me.
something.
What are you addicted to?
I don't think I am addicted to anything.
That's what people with addiction
That's
say.
exactly what they say.
You good?
I know.
I think I would be able
Not
to.
like I'm addicted to anything or something.
The first stage is to accept it or
She
something.
addicted to anal.
I thought the first stage
Wait, first stage of what?
was denial.
First
Maybe
stage
I
is
am in denial,
yeah.
but I don't know. I have no clue what you can say I'm addicted to.
I think I'm addicted to a few things. Yeah.
Now, would you say you're addicted to hating gays by any chance?
I wouldn't say I'm addicted to it, but it's just a part of my personality.
That's a pretty fun hobby.
That's crazy. But yeah, I feel like there's a few things, and like I feel like some things like we don't consider addictions, but it's like that's an addiction.
I might be
Like
addicted to my
addictions.
phone. Just like, not like out of like I have to have it, but like getting out of situations that are awkward to me. Like I'm gonna pick up my phone. No matter what. If I'm walking to class, I'm gonna be on my phone or have my AirPods in just so I don't have to have social interaction. But I think that's just a part of my personality, maybe not an addiction.
Maybe both.
Or maybe I'm just passing time. like get on Instagram.
I feel like what's important to stop an addiction is like stopping the behaviors to like lead to it. You know what I mean? Getting yourself out of that space.
Yeah, like finding out why you're addicted. Like what is the trigger? Like people that smoke, they say that the motion of
oral satisfaction,
or just like they're just used to this motion.
Just like this motion right here. Like,
Yeah.
Like this motion.
Or like they say oral satisfaction is like finding things to like that are similar but not that addiction. Like maybe chewing gum.
Yeah, like you smoke crack. Okay, maybe just like buy a vape and like
It went from chewing gum to all right, so you smoking crack.
No, yeah. But I mean, yeah, just getting yourself out of that environment, I feel like it's really important. Stopping certain behaviors.
Like if you're addicted to porn, maybe like finding ways to fill your time better.
Instead of watching porn on Pornhub, you get Reddit. That's
Tame
what
it.
I heard that word.
Tame it.
Bring it down. You can't, because sometimes you can't go cold turkey, especially with stuff like alcohol or some hard drugs. It's like you literally can't. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you can die from like
withdrawal. A lot of people when they first start, like they're gonna stop drinking alcohol, the doctor prescribes them beer to drink, because it's like your body will like physically like die without it. So you have to wean yourself off.
You're not getting a certain thing that it's used to getting all the time.
Yeah, like babies be addicted to pacifiers.
You just gotta take that bitch from them and hide it one day. You know how my mom got rid of my pacifier?
How?
One day we were in like
She was like, "Oh, you lesbian."
Cato's, and they have these like I don't even know what you call them, like dolls, but not dolls. Like I don't know what you call them, but like every black person has them in their house, the little fragile things. Anyway, this lady offered to buy me one if I gave her my pacifier. And I gave her my pacifier, and she bought me one. And
damn, how old are you? 8?
Like 3, 2 or 3.
I think you know what that works every time with that babies and pacifiers. You dip the pacifier in gasoline, motherfucker won't want a pacifier no more. Works every time. Might hurt the kid maybe, but it'll get over it.
I'm weak.
But hey, we're all about results over here.
I can't wait for Bryce to have a kid, and he's like, "Babe, we gotta quit giving them the pacifier." I was like, "How do you want to do that? Go get the jerry can."
I'll be right back.
Go
I'm just go ahead and call CPS on y'all before you even
my
have kids.
I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time.
My kid's gonna be great.
Watch out.
My kid's gonna be great. My kid's gonna hear all this and just like, huh? But okay, listen. So that's all of our y'all therapist. We have actually a lot in the Yall Wild segment, and I'm gonna go first. Okay. I don't know if anyone heard, but J. Cole's new album, The Fall Off.
Jermaine Cole?
Jermaine Lamar Cole.
It's actually getting
is dropping May 14th. Crazy, right? May 14th. And that made me think. I love J. Cole. J. Cole is what really he's really like, he introduced me to hip hop for real. It really made me fall in love with it. I think that might have been one of the first albums I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this front to back. And to me, J. Cole is better than Kendrick. Like J. Cole is the GOAT.
Bryce and I went to a Hornets game one time, and they're like, introducing the North Carolina local, Jermaine Cole. And then me and Bryce were like looking for him because we're all the way up at the fucking nosebleeders. And we're looking for him, and I was like, ew, it might be him because that guy looks homeless. Turns out it was J. Cole.
J. Cole.
We saw his car too, right?
I DM'd him. He didn't DM me back. He's not on social media a lot.
Well, maybe he's like T-Pain. Did you get? I know you heard. You probably heard about that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he had like a shit ton of DMs that he never read. Like it was in the requests, and he never read them from like a bunch of famous people.
He never knew.
Yeah.
But I mean, J. Cole is the GOAT. How do y'all feel about that? Yes, J. Cole is the GOAT.
Does J. Cole have a bad album?
Does J. Cole not have a bad album? I didn't like.
Does he have a bad album?
No, I don't think he has a bad album. No.
Okay, does Kendrick Lamar have a bad album?
Okay, no, Kendrick Lamar does not have a bad album.
So what makes J. Cole better than Kendrick Lamar?
No.
J. Cole is my GOAT.
So I feel like you're biased.
No, but I mean everything is biased.
But can you like on what makes J. Cole better than Kendrick Lamar, other than him being one of your favorite rappers?
For me, J. Cole is so relatable. You know what I mean? And he can rap about losing his virginity. I don't think anybody else could do that. I don't think anybody.
I really fuck with that song, and like it does not apply to me whatsoever. But I really fuck with that song. I was like, why am I singing this song and I don't know anything about this? But it's like I really fuck with it. That's really crazy. That's a great point.
Yes. Shout out to all my dark skinned girls with the fat ass in math class.
Wow.
But
I can't relate to this.
I feel like I would have a better. I really fuck with J. Cole. J. Cole is probably my favorite rapper, but I feel like I haven't listened. I was listening to Kendrick Lamar, but I never finished listening to his last 2 albums. So like,
2014,
it would be based on that.
Forest Hills Drive is maybe my favorite rap album.
Because I've heard so many people say that To Pimp a Butterfly is such a great album that I would need to hear that and then listen to J. Cole.
That's great, but that's like art. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, oh, that was art, but it didn't touch me the same way J. Cole's discography touches me.
Interesting.
But J. Cole's the go to me.
I fuck with him, so like I agree.
But
And he from North Carolina, so
better than Drake, better than Kendrick, better than everyone. Cole, better than Tupac.
interesting.
Would you?
I feel like a lot of people would come for you for saying what you just said.
J. Cole is better than Tupac. I'm gonna make that a clip. I've been
Wait,
trying to get
whoa.
some clickbait content.
So you just said Tupac. You said J. Cole's better than Tupac.
I connect with J. Cole's music more than I connect with Tupac's
Because
music.
you soft as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I like about him. He a normal dude.
Tupac was a fucking gangster.
So do you think
Thug
that
life.
this album is going to be a good album?
I think so. This the position Cole is in. This album has to be a 10 out of 10 for the culture. You know why? Because I feel like most people give the crown to Kendrick.
Well, hold on. Okay.
And Drake is not even in the discussion anymore. He's not in the GOAT discussion. Well, he is, but not in this, like...
Do you think if J. Cole's album, like, what is the lowest it can go for you to still be like, okay, this isn't bad? Like a 7 out of 10?
It's hard because a J. Cole 7 is better than a lot of artists' 8s.
I'm gonna go there. Okay, but which one's better? Fuck, I'm trying to think. Would you rather meet J. Cole or think about another rapper that you know, or Biggie? Would you rather meet Biggie?
Biggie?
Yeah, Biggie Smalls.
He's dead, so I'm gonna go with Cole.
I know, but like if you had the ability to meet him, which one would you rather do? I would do Biggie. Because
I don't
he's
know,
dead.
because what is he like? I don't know where Biggie would be at if he was still alive right now. But I mean,
bad
Biggie's a
said.
GOAT. Biggie's a GOAT as well. He's a GOAT.
My question is, do you think this is a highly anticipated album?
Yeah.
My problem with highly anticipated albums, I feel like they always suck. Like, for example, Chance the Rapper had a very highly anticipated album, and it was trash.
I like my wife.
Yeah.
She's so
This
pretty.
is different, but Chance was never in a GOAT discussion. Anytime Drake's dropping an album too, right? I have way higher standards for Cole's album because we know what Drake does. You know what I mean? He's gonna have 2 great songs, and then 4 songs for the radio that
And
aren't
that's gonna be
great.
for the
They're
next
still
10
great
years.
songs, but they're not.
He's
great
gonna have some
songs.
summer songs, some summer bops.
How did White Boy Summer start? By the way, like who thought of
Chet
it?
Hanks.
Isn't that Tom Hanks' son?
Yeah.
But like, how did he like? Why did everybody go along with that? They're like, oh yeah, White Boy Summer.
'Cause
It's-
he's funny.
It's no longer gonna be a white boy summer.
He's a troll.
Yeah, I agree. don't
But I
watch
mean,
White Boy Summer.
Cole's the GOAT.
I agree, but like,
Cole
it's just
World.
interesting because so many people disagree with you.
Yeah.
I always think of it. Oh my god. Go ahead.
I hope he doesn't disappoint. Also, you didn't really fuck with KOD.
I didn't really like KOD.
I fucked with KOD. I like that's probably one of the albums that J. Cole has that there's no skips for me.
An album that I loved, like I waited till midnight to listen to, was For Your Eyes Only. And at the beginning, I didn't like it, but now I think that might be one of his best.
I like the songs where like you don't think they're amazing at first, but like maybe a year or two later, you're like, you re-listen to it, you accidentally hear it, you're like, yo, this shit's actually really good.
I feel that way about artists sometimes. Like Lil Baby, for a while I was like, this nigga trash. Or I ain't really fuck with like his voice and his flow and all that
Yellow
shit.
Ferrari,
And then like
Pikachu.
maybe a year or two later, I was like,
Pikachu.
Lil Baby that nigga. Like when the baby came out, I think that's when I was like, the baby better than Lil Baby. And then like after listening to the baby for a long time, I kind of switched.
You can hear that. How much juice you have already consumed?
I'm gonna put y'all on blast because y'all need to be reported for this shit.
Why? We legal, baby.
Because you're gonna get.
No, I beat it. I beat that already. I'm not.
I wasn't
affected.
gonna say addicted.
Oh.
Or affected. I was gonna say
Yeah,
cancer.
bro, you did.
We're all gonna die one day. You got a wild take?
I think mine was, what if God is just an alien?
By definition, God is an alien.
But like,
He has points.
so the universe, but like, what if it was just like an alien, like, has all this power and decided to create like a race of people or people on a planet that they can control?
Yes, 100%.
And then like,
When he was creating us, you think he said like, "Don't be gay, please don't be gay." You think that's what happened?
No.
I think so.
and then like, that's why like the alien topic in the like the government is like such a like hidden secret.
Yeah.
Because, like, they don't want us to find out the truth.
By definition, God has to be an alien. You know.
And then, like, that's why, like,
Yeah,
maybe
like
when we die, we just go to a different dimension in the universe.
Maybe it's like Avatar, and like when we die, we wake up and like we're like a big blue person. Like we're done with our simulation.
So I can play basketball. When they were playing basketball, I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
It's really crazy when you think about it. I think God on, like, just like, it's just such a crazy aspect. I had a stroke. It's a crazy thought to me.
Why do you guys think Pooh Shiesty named himself Pooh Shiesty?
Keep speaking to your mic a little bit more.
Why do you guys think Pooh Shiesty was like, yo, I'm gonna become a rapper, and they're like, what's your name gonna be? And he'd be like, Pooh Shiesty.
I don't know. It's dope though. Like I don't know how
Pooh
we thought
Shiesty,
of
that's
that.
my dog.
But Pooh, you know, I'm really shiesty.
What does Shiesty even mean? Sounds like some pirate term. Arr, you're Shiesty.
What you're telling me now is that Pooh Shiesty and God are on the same level. We were talking about God, and you're like Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah, because I was looking at Eric's story, and he was like, who's trying to get Pooh Shiesty tickets with me?
Pooh Shiesty's dope though. But I mean, I don't know. God has to be an alien.
Alright.
But what if God is just like a concept?
Well,
Like,
Brian
not an
believes
actual
that God was
being.
created from money.
I think-
Churches.
Is God a being?
Yeah, some type.
So what if it's not?
I
Is God
think-
a she?
No,
Interesting.
but yes, because in order to give birth, you have to be a woman.
Bro, if I go up there and he's wearing Converse, bro, I'm jumping out. I'm going straight back to hell because I hate Converse.
There's this rapper named Deontay Hitchcock or some shit like that, and his perception is that God is a woman because only women like have that much love in them that God possesses to love every person on the earth.
I think he's both because it's like he's total masculinity because Old Testament, hey, he was not playing with him. You know what I'm saying? He was burning shit down, turning niggas into salt, but at the same time, like he's all loving and all giving and all. So I feel like he's not even a gender. But we say
Interesting.
he because you know it's the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Did you say
But-
ginger or gender?
A gender.
Oh, that guy's not ginger. Oh my god.
But I feel like he's above that. You know what I mean? Like he's above all of our categories. But and I think he's funny too because he made me.
Brian was really hitting that bottle back there. You were hitting that shit, bro.
Brian with the Chili's 5th time this week. It is only Tuesday. I mean Chipotle. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I tried to play you. Played myself.
Bryce and I we drove through uptown Charlotte yesterday. How long were we there? Like we drove for about 2 hours. Something like that. We just hung out. It was really fun.
It was kind of gay. We were kind of.
I was gonna say they really gay. Like y'all just don't understand.
Okay, well, first
We
off,
drove out. We were like, oh my god, look at that house. That's such a great house. I love that yard.
Yeah,
you know?
like Bryce and I were literally just like driving around house shopping. But it's like I never get to only hang out with Bryce very often anymore. And I just like that's why.
And he wants to because we have a deep connection.
Yeah, literally, like Bryce and I have so much in common.
We both like craftsman houses.
We do.
Very gay.
No, like not really. We were driving by the other day, like yesterday, and we saw this one house, and Bryce and I were like, "Damn, that's a nice house. I love the colors. I just love the way it looks."
And Adam was like, "Yeah, we could just sit out on the porch.
Yeah.
It'd be so nice."
I could absolutely see y'all like not saying y'all are gonna get divorced, but like being two like divorced dads in a house together,
Hell
like
yeah.
later, like in your mid 40s.
Yeah.
Son, hun, you're gonna go live with Uncle Adam and your father, Bryce.
I feel like this is a good topic though.
Do
Do you think there's like I've heard of like I don't exactly know what the terms are, but like soul flames and like soulmates, and it's like you knew each other in a different life and stuff? Do you think that's like there's some weight to that? Because if you think about it, we've been friends for over 10 years. There's a lot of people that I knew that when I met you that we're not friends anymore, but me and you are friends. So why is that? You know what I mean? Or even with Niaja, or even with certain people, it's like, and after they say after 7 years, like you're gonna be friends for the rest of your life. But like, why did like I clicked with you, but I didn't click with our other freshman roommate? You know what I mean?
Shout out to Jeremy.
Shout out to Jeremy. Rest in peace.
Yeah, miss you, buddy. God rest his soul.
That's really interesting. I don't know. I never think. Another stroke. I definitely think it's like a.
This one, bro.
You got it. Okay, go ahead then.
Somebody's gonna call. No, go ahead.
It's definitely like something with the soul, like
You think we
And
knew
like-
each other back in the day?
maybe.
My past life, I was a lesbian, so.
In my past life, I was a dude, so it makes sense.
And it was the same dynamic. Oh my
It
goodness.
makes sense.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what I was. What do y'all think I was back in my past life?
I don't know. But how? I don't. It's just so weird. I would like to think that in like 1846 it was like two slaves, and we was just cutting up in the field. And,
You know what?
and the master's like, y'all some wild niggas. And now look, y'all. Now we're here. It's
On the Yall Wild Podcast.
It's repeating itself. You know, history just repeats itself.
That might be true, you know. Cause like on some real shit, like me, you, and Niaja, like when we're together, like on like and we need to be serious. It's like something that we can't be serious. It's been so many times that me and Niaja have been together, and like there's a serious moment, and we like in the corner cracking up, like dying for no reason.
Yeah. I feel like I also had that connection with Adam. I haven't like known you as long, but I feel like we really do like connect. You know what I mean? And I'm always like guy roommates just our friends, but I feel like we do have a deep connection.
I think Bryce and I really connected when we waterboarded each other.
We used to do a lot of dumb stuff.
They used to touch dicks and stuff.
No,
so.
we didn't do that.
Connor did.
Shout out to Connor.
Oh, shout out to Connor.
But I mean, that's super interesting.
Very.
But I mean,
Friendship in general is just interesting to me. Relationships in general are interesting to me. Relationships that aren't like family relationships.
I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes Nairobi just be talking and I just forget what she's saying.
sometimes Nairobi be talking, I'll be like, that's so deep. I know Adam didn't get it.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes when she just says stuff, it just goes through one ear and out the other.
No, but like think about that.
I'll be honest with
Like
y'all.
we live together, we hang out all the time. Like my kids are gonna know y'all, but we're not family. Like we're not related at all. You know what I mean? Or even I'm pretty sure I talked about this before. Like our parents aren't related. You know what I mean? Like one day they were like, I'm just gonna live with this person. You know what I mean?
Have kids with
and
them.
I'm gonna have kids with this person. Like they're not related. Like we're not related. We're just like friends. You know? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like there's
They're
a
related
billion.
to me.
There's billions of people on the planet. You know what I mean? And like we're friends. And we can say that's all because of location or whatever circumstance, but it's like it's a whole lot of people that we were friends with or we've been friends with that I'm still cool with them. If I saw them, it would be like, yo, what's up? You know, it's been so long. But it's like we're not friends still, you know?
Yeah. It's really interesting, like how like some people can have such a big impact in your life and some people can have like such a small impact in just a little small moment.
Yeah.
And like you can think about it for like months in that moment, but then like years down the line you like, oh, that wasn't shit.
Do you think it's really interesting? Because I don't know if I can remember with you, but I can remember with Adam. Do you think like in the moment you were like, oh, we're definitely gonna be friends for a long time,
No.
or no? I can't remember. Cause you always be bullshitting saying like
I was just about to explain it. It's like in my memory, like I really don't remember like us becoming friends. Like you just like became a part of my life. Like I remember seeing you 6th grade because like our last names were right behind each other, in front of each other, whatever, beside each other, and that's like where I first met you, and like we didn't talk, and then like
it was like Miss Lumpkin's class, and your seat was right beside me,
and then like. The next year we were in the class together and somehow we became friends. But I don't remember being friends with you like for real in the 7th or 8th grade.
I feel like 8th grade more, and then like freshman year is like it really popped off. But I remember, I don't know, maybe I feel like you were friends with Nyaja and I was friends with Nyaja, and then like we all like
maybe.
That's how it was.
Maybe that's why.
Started. Because my friend Jesus from middle school went to the same high school as me, and he met Daniel and Matt in one of our engineering classes that I was not in. But I also met Matt in my computer programming class. And out of nowhere, I was like, "Oh my God, you know him?" And Matt was like, "Yeah, bro, I know." I was like, "Holy shit, he's like one of my good friends in middle school." And like now we're all best friends. It's crazy. How it all just started. Like it's always starts with somebody knowing another person.
I feel like later down the line, I was like, "Oh yeah, the three of us, me, you, and Nyaja, are gonna be friends." But it was later. But I feel like when I first met Adam, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna be friends for a long time." Like it was like immediately. You know what I mean?
Me and Bryce talked.
Was it love at first sight? Was that what
basically,
it was?
It was a bromance at first sight. You know what I mean?
Bryce and I talked about this yesterday. We said that like one day we're just gonna like him and I are just gonna start going to bars a lot, and we're gonna start meeting more people there, and we're gonna have like a whole new friend group. We won't even talk to y'all.
I was just telling her about that.
Y'all will never meet each other, but we're gonna go to the bars and we're gonna meet our friends there. And I'm gonna be like, "Well, speak of the devil," and then we're gonna be like this.
Good to see you.
We're gonna
have a whole different life.
Yeah. Bryce gonna start judging why.
People really out here living double lives.
I think we should get on it. We only got one life to live.
I feel like I'm living a double life. Like I go to work and they probably think I'm so innocent, and then I'm not.
And she got the strap
I feel like so many people think I'm very innocent. Like I don't do shit. They probably don't even think I cuss, and I'm out here cussing.
Bryce and I also.
Fuck it.
We also want to start a bar fight.
Drinking.
Bryce and I.
Smoke.
Bryce and I want to start a bar fight, but we're not going to be involved in it. We're just going to start it, and then we're going to leave.
I actually do want to do that. Like, start a brawl somewhere. But also, just back on the friendship thing, I feel like also it's crazy because, like, I have certain friends like y'all. I'm like, like we're at our end of our college career, and, like, I can't really, some of us are just starting.
Include, but not limited to.
But I feel like I couldn't see us not, like, living close by. You know what I mean? And, like, we might have to make that decision. But it'd be like, damn, like, I'm really going to be sad. But I have other friends, it's like, oh, yeah, after college, it's like, yeah, you know?
It is what it is.
We'll hang out once a year, but I don't feel a need to, like, always be there. But with y'all, I feel like...
I heard you're in town. You want to stop by and get a beer?
But, yeah, with y'all, I feel like it's deeper than that. Like, oh, like, damn, you know? I hope... Nairobi is not an hour away because now I'm going to have to drive an hour away all the time. I hope Adam isn't, you know...
I'm still be in my
house. With mudslides.
Yes, sir.
But, yeah. I don't have this on the script, but you brought up a really good question. We only have, like, 2 or 3 more minutes. I just want to tackle this. It's also a Yall Wild take. Yall Wild segment. We're talking about, like, what is being a freak? You know? And I feel like what a freak is has changed. And I feel like being a freak has changed, like, just through the years. And, like, if you're a freak in 2021, that means you're really a freak. You know what I mean? That means, because so much stuff is, like having a threesome is almost like, it's, like, normalized. But if you was having a threesome in, like, 1920, you was a freak. You're not really a freak anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel like that has a lot to do with the internet. You know what I mean? Because we're so, like, connected.
Yeah.
That before, it was, like, all the freaks was freaks on the low.
Yeah.
That's why you'd be like, oh, yeah, she a freak. Now it's, like...
It's out in the open. Like,
yeah.
We had a threesome the other week.
Yeah. Or you could just look at Instagram and be like, oh, yeah, she's a freak. But in 1920, it was, like, on the hush. Like, oh, yeah, bro, she a freak. She a blah, blah, blah.
I think classifying yourself as a freak is going past your comfort zone with what you're doing.
I don't think, but it can be in your comfort zone. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess it all just depends on, like, what the status quo is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, wow, anal isn't freaky anymore. You know what I mean? See. But yeah, I just, that's how I think it is. Like,
is there one, like, solid sexual act that is, like, freaky across the board?
pissing and shitting on people.
But will it be freaky in 10 years?
I hope the guy is still is.
10 years ago, eating ass was
eat ass, huh?
It was like what? And then shout out to Janae Ayako when she was like, gotta eat the booty like groceries. I feel like that changed. Like that's when society was like, yes, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
It changes with society.
That's very interesting.
It changes with media.
Ass eating threesomes. Coochie eating.
Coochie. It's a whole bunch of old. I've heard a whole bunch of old black dudes say that I know they're related to me. Like, eat coochie. They would never. You know what I mean? Like that's disgusting. But I feel like for us, that's like that's like normal. That's like
Yeah, it's really an interesting topic because like I be trying to think like what's freaky because like I be like that ain't really freaky though.
You know what I think is next? I feel like butt stuff for guys in 20 years is like that's gonna be the norm. So
I think it should be the norm now. I think y'all should get in touch with y'all prostates.
Y'all get ready. But it's actually healthy for you. You're supposed to touch your prostate. You know what I mean?
So get to touching.
I'm not saying I don't do any of this.
Who be telling you this shit, man?
No, but the doctors say like you're supposed to like. That's why like
you're supposed to like tongue punch your fucking.
Gay men have less prostate cancer than
do.
Straight men.
They actually do. But no, I feel like that's the next frontier of like male freakiness, and for female freakiness, it's like y'all like the women's sexual liberation like movement in the 70s, and then like starting back now with feminism has definitely like opened the door a lot for women, and like it's a whole bunch of shit y'all can do. It's like it's not even as freaky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cause I feel like I ain't freaky. I feel like I need to be, but it's like what's freaky that I can do that's freaky. I don't know.
I think we're gonna keep pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Shout out to Odell Beckham Jr. He a freak.
Oh, I forgot about that video.
I forgot what he did.
They said
he let somebody shit on his chest.
He was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
it. Now I think maybe we.
Is that freaky or is that nasty?
This is a little bit.
Was that freaky to him?
1920, coochie eating was nasty.
That's a great point, but I don't think somebody shitting on your chest is ever gonna be like the norm.
Imagine.
Okay, but guess what? Eating ass is almost the norm. Think about that. Think about that.
It's different though.
That's only one bowel movement away.
But it's like we could prepare, we could clean it out, we can do all this stuff. You just shit on my chest. You shit on my chest.
You think Odell just said, "Come shit on my chest"?
Yeah.
He said, "Baby girl, I'm gonna need you to eat green all week."
I don't think he told her what to eat. I think he was just like into shitting on chest, just like people are into piss and shit.
Could you imagine in like the 1940s, you come home from like find the Nazis and the Japanese, and your wife's like, "I miss you. Now eat my coochie." And I would kill myself if I was like at that time, because you know how you just said that it probably wasn't very popular. Imagine coming home after killing a bunch of people and having PTSD, and your wife's like, "Can you eat me out tonight?" I rejoined the military.
I think there's something really spiritual.
Do y'all think y'all could be selfish and not give head?
No.
Bitch, I am selfish. The fuck.
Adam is. I feel like that's a white dude thing.
Trash.
I mean, I'm okay with.
I think it's also a hookup thing.
Oh yeah, I like giving head, but it's like.
Yeah.
But I've had bad experiences with it. You know what I mean? If that shit, like, if that shit doesn't like.
You care to explain?
Yeah.
If it smells bad, bro, I'm out, man.
No, yeah, it shouldn't smell bad. You know what I mean? Per se.
Yeah, it shouldn't smell bad.
Well,
you should talk.
You can have a little flavor.
Talk to her after.
You can have a little flavor.
Would you guys want to try to join the military with me and get our legs blown off for
no thanks.
I'm
fat. I wouldn't pass the fitness test.
I'm not really fucking with the United States. Like what we doing with the military right now.
You want to join the Space Force? I
joined SpaceX.
All right, we're gonna cut it here. What have y'all been listening to?
Yeah. I'll go first because I have mine written down. I've been listening to Brackens. He was my favorite new artist of last year. He has some great songs. His album's called Punk 2. I wish he would make more music. I just recently watched Freddie Gibbs on Joe Rogan podcast. I just went back to his album. I love Alfredo. Pinata is okay. It's been growing on me. Also, I just been loving Willow Smith's new music. She's got a song called Transparent Soul. It's like really like 90s like rock, and I really love that.
I haven't been listening to anything, but I recently just watched, like literally before I walked out here, something on Netflix called Two Distant Strangers, and I think you all should check it out because it's really like it's a good representation of what is happening in the black community, especially to black men, and the police. And I think everybody should watch it. It might be a little traumatizing, but it's worth it. It's only 30 minutes, so you got it.
Bet. What you been listening to, Adam?
Nothing. Just what I've been
As
listening to.
always.
Yeah.
Jazz.
Lo-fi jazz.
Oh, and I've been listening to. Oh man, my phone's recording right now, so I can't think of what his rap name is. But it's my boy. We went to high school. He's got a song on SoundCloud called "Burn Holes." I'll write it down for the next episode. It's really good. You know what I mean? It's really good. I gotta get him on the podcast.
Shout out him.
Oh, what's his name? You know him.
I know. I don't want to say his real name.
What is his? It's like C or something. But he's got some good stuff out there. Shout out to him. I'm not on social media right now, but when I get back, I definitely want to do a sit down with 3000 with him. But y'all got anything?
I gotta
else?
listen to the last one. I didn't listen to it.
It's actually, I like it.
Would you rather,
Oh, the recording just stopped.
would you rather, eat ass, but like it was like very spontaneous, like they hadn't prepared for it, or you get your ass eaten, but it's like for twice as long and you prepared for it?
Get my ass eaten.
Thank you for coming to the Yall Wild Podcast. This has been brice3000.
Adam.
Nyny.
Peace.
Yall Wild Podcast.